made you choose Pisay, sir?
I did not choose Pisay. Pisay chose me.
Introduce your name and what you teach.
I am Mr. Edwin M. Bartolay and I teach physics. Physics 2.
Sir, what is your birthday?
Oh my goodness, do I have to tell? It's October 17.
What did you take up for college? And would you recommend this course to students?
I took up BS Physics for teachers. Will I recommend this to students? Well, it's up to them. Well, if they like physics and they want to teach physics as well when they grow up or when they are already in the marketplace, I think they can push it.
Sir, what's your favorite number on the electric fan?
In the Philippines, it's 3 because it's so hot.
Sir, how many alarms do you set in the morning?
Only one, but only one alarm. But I would set another 15 minutes for myself. Like I would sleep, then 5 minutes. Okay, there's still 10 minutes. Alright, okay, it's 15 minutes. I would do that, but only one alarm. Oh, okay. I think adobo, because there's a lot of variants to it. Like I can put coconut milk in adobo. It's so nice. I can cook adobo, by the way.
Colai or Ajissaki?
Oh, I don't eat over there. I usually pack my back one.
Sir, who is your style icon?
Style icon, Harry Styles, because it's his name. No, just kidding. For men it could be Harry Styles. For women, I would usually watch Heart Evangelist.
Sir, what was your latest binge?
Oh, because I was a very very bad student in Filipino subjects, so I didn't know the entire story of Ibarra and Nolingatang rin. I don't know the entire story. I don't remember, so I would usually watch that. This is actually the first Filipino series that I binge. It's Maria Clara and Ibarra.
Sir, what's the first app you check in the morning?
Sorry.
The first app you check in the morning, sir.
First app, alarm.
Aside
from alarm, maybe Gmail and Discord, because I need to really look into this app, because this is where my co-teachers and students would communicate to me using these platforms.
Sir, Jollibee or McDo fries?
McDo fries. Yeah. Jollibee fries is kind of like bland. I don't like. Are they gonna hit me?
Sir, what is your favorite book or movie?
Not book, because I'm not reading. My favorite movie would be Freedom Writers. Do you know that? It's like a teacher who's teaching students who are gangsters in the border of America and South America. So these kids, the teacher taught them how to write something, and then she collated this write-ups from her students. I think the write-ups were about their letters to the survivor of the Holocaust. Yeah, and it was so nice because the teacher was able to change the attitude and the perspective of her students. So I like that so much.
Sir, would you consider yourself a red flag?
I wouldn't want to consider myself as a red flag, because I would want to consider myself as a walking green flag. Because I'm trying to accept things that I cannot control for as long as they are not hurting other people. So if you want to do something for yourself, for as long as you're not hurting other people, be you. Don't ever listen to other people.
Sir, who is your favorite music artist and what is your current jam song?
That's the easiest question you asked me for today. It must be Taylor Swift, of course. Current jam would be, I always said this, the music that I would listen to and would sing with it would be Maroon, Midnight's album.
Okay.
Sir, if you could talk to anyone dead or alive, who would it be?
Oh no, anyone dead or alive? Alive, Taylor Swift. Dead, Kobe Bryant. Because it's like, I wanna understand how it is to be like someone that people are looking up to, in particular in sports. Because I'm kind of into sports these days, but not basketball. It's volleyball. But I'm just so like amazed at how he was able to like put people together for him to be looked up.
Sir, what are some of the words you live by, or what is your favorite quote?
This is from what I heard from my English teacher when I was in high school. She told us that life is not a matter of winning, but rising up each time you fall.
Sir, what were you like as a student?
Oh, I was so makulit, super makulit. I was so talkative. I am just like you. I was also a journalist when I was in high school. In college, I think I lost all my energy because physics was so hard. That subject was so hard. Like I had really hard time studying the subject, most especially when I was in college. But in terms of my study habits, I didn't really have a study habit when I was in college. I only developed these study habits when I was in I was studying my master's already. So I was so kalat-kalat and all.
Sir, what was your favorite subject in high school?
Favorite subject in high school would be English.
That's so
Just
real.
English. I didn't like physics back then, but it only grew on me. Physics just is like so nice when I was in college and in masters. I got to like appreciate the subject because it's like so evident in nature. You can see it everywhere.
Sir, other than teaching, what are you passionate about?
Oh, I'm passionate into like arts and sports. When I was a journalist, one of the categories that I would join in was editorial cartooning, and also I would do layouts. Also, I was into photography a bit, and I would do sketching. Even up to this day, I would sketch when I would get bored. Yeah.
What are some things from your past teachers that you now apply in your classes, like certain aspects?
Yeah, in class, I would usually tell that the nation would depend on the students inside my classroom. Like, I wouldn't want them to like be somebody that we wouldn't want the nation to be. Like, what is it? Like people cheating, corruption. That's what I would always tell my students. Like, if there is corruption outside the classroom, well, it definitely started inside the classroom. So that's what I would usually tell my students.
Sir, what is your most memorable moment as a teacher?
Memorable moment. There's a lot, but I think my most memorable one was in another school. We were having like what's that? Retreat. We were having a 3-day retreat, like 2 nights, and my students, I didn't know that they had a lot of things going on in their lives. Only that day or that night that I was able to know about it. They told me about their family problems, and I saw their emotional side, like their soft side. Mind you, I was in an all-boys school back then, so it was very memorable for me because I got to see how the students are when they are outside the classroom or the school, and I was also able to see their vulnerable side, and that is something that I would cherish for the rest of my life.
What drove you to teaching, sir?
Oh, well, first and foremost, I didn't like to be a teacher before. I didn't really want to be a teacher before. But since I passed the USC scholarship, and the only course that they offered me was physics teaching, and then right after they offered me some more courses, but I already got into physics teaching course. So I accepted their offer because I need to have scholarship going to college because I'm not in a well-off family. So I got into it, and then I tried to finish it. I finished it well. And then I got into teaching, and then I realized that it's kind of cool to be in front of students and telling them what they have to know, and sharing your life to them as well. So it's kind of fun because you get to meet different people of different status and different personalities first and foremost. So I'm so happy that I get to teach people younger ages because the future depends on them. Cliche.
What do you think you would be if you weren't a teacher?
Well, definitely a journalist. I would really want to be like somebody who does documentaries, going places, jumping from one place to another, and then talking to random people, and then exposing what needs to be exposed in this country and outside. And I think I really do have that courage up to this date pa din naman. Because the reason why I'm fighting for equality, I'm fighting for the rights of people, I'm kind of a feminist right now, is because of my experiences when I was a student journalist.
What made you choose Pisay, sir?
I did not choose Pisay. Pisay chose me. Just kidding. It was during the pandemic that I wasn't working anymore. I was focused into my master's and I was trying to finish my thesis. So I saw on Facebook posting that there is a vacant position in Pisay. I wasn't really thinking about getting into Pisay back then because I thought to myself that whatever happens. If I get in, then I'd be happy. If not, then it's okay. I can always go forward and find another school or continue my studies. But it is really rewarding that I got to be a teacher. I get to be a teacher in Pisay because brains are here.
What was your initial reaction when you learned you were accepted as a Pisay teacher?
Oh, to tell you the truth, my initial reaction was I got so afraid and anxious. You know why? Because first and foremost, it's my first teaching stint that I am not teaching all boys. We have girls around the school, so it's kind of I don't know how to be flexible about that. Next thing will be why am I afraid? It's because the standard of this school, and I was doubting myself back in the days, or maybe during the pandemic, most especially during the pandemic, because people are having a lot of mental health problems back then. So I was so anxious, I was so afraid because I'm in another situation that I think I wouldn't be comfortable in. But getting into Pisay I realized that it's not really what I expected. People are fun, students were fun in class, and having girls around, it's just the same thing as having all boys.
Sir, why did you choose to become a physics teacher?
Oh, just like the question I answered earlier, I didn't really choose to be a teacher and to be a physics teacher in particular, but it was an offer by the USC scholarship to me that made me switch and flip. And I just continued studying the course, the subject, and finished my college, my bachelor's degree, and I really had to push it because after 4 years, you have to render service in the country because you're a scholar.
In like a hypothetical world, if you didn't teach physics, what would you teach instead?
Yeah, that's a good question. If I didn't teach physics, I would want to teach English and journalism. Because that's what I was enjoying when I was in high school. Like, when I was in high school, our schedule was just half day. Like, we had to go home at 12, something like that. But me and my friends who were journalists also, were staying in school to like train, do articles, draw, and all that stuff that's needed for the paper, for the school paper.
Sir, what was your first impression of Pisay students, and has your current experience teaching us changed that impression?
Oh yeah, it's really a whole different story, a whole new different story. Because I thought to myself when I was hired, like, oh, how do I make myself look interesting or kagalang-galang? Because I know to myself that whenever people would see me, they would think that I'm just a student. Even the guards outside, they think that I'm just a student, and I don't know how to look intimidating. That's what I would want to be coming into Pisay. But I didn't have to be. I just had to be myself, and students were comfortable about that.
Sir, who are your work besties?
Oh, like last night, I was with Ma'am Rian, Sir Bimbo, Sir Justin. Yeah, they're kind of my besties right now.
Sir, what is your biggest struggle as a teacher?
Okay, my biggest struggle as a teacher would be whenever I would think to myself that I'm not like doing enough for my students. Because, I kind of think to myself that my teaching is something that can make the students feel like they are confident about my subject, most especially physics. People would think, most students would think that physics is hard. And my goal right now is to kind of change that student's perspective about my subject. And if I don't get to do that, I'm kind of a little bit frustrated, or I kind of feel like I'm not doing enough.
Sir, what are some of your student pet peeves? Or like certain traits?
You know that. Okay. Student pet peeves would be, first and foremost, cheating. Because I said in my class, cheating is corruption. And corruption starts in school. I told my class last time when it was the quiz that if you want to uphold truth, start it from yourself. Okay? Because whatever happens inside the classroom can happen outside it.
Sir, how can students excel at your subject?
Okay. Students can excel in my subject by just being themselves. I would think that physics is something that needs personality. Like, solving problems needs individual personality. Like, how will that work? If you know to yourself how to solve a certain problem, and you have your own strategy, you have your own sense of looking into a problem and how to make a solution out of that, I think you're gonna get by with physics because it needs that. Also, you need to build that confidence in you that you can do whatever you want. You can do anything that you can set your mind into.
Sir, last questions. Do you have any advice to students in like school life or just in general?
Alright. My advice to the rest of the students, to my students, would be just enjoy this ride. You are not going to be high school all your lives. Okay? Stay happy, stay who you are, but you can also improve the way that you are without changing yourself. And also, be free to do whatever you want to do, for as long as you're not hurting anyone.
Sir, final question. If someone makes a movie out of your life, what would be the title?
What the heck? Movie title. The Happy-Go-Lucky.
Why would that be?
Because I don't plan my life. I just go with the flow and go lucky.
Okay, so that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Cut-cut nyo na lang yung mga sound.
Yeah,
mga evas.